No, no.
The V&A Waterfront is a central part of the very beginning of the settlement of the city of Cape Town. In 1654, 2 years after his arrival in this relatively safe bay at the foot of Table Mountain, Jan van Riebeeck built a small jetty as part of his task to establish a refreshment station at the Cape. Fresh water and fresh produce were provided to the ships of the Dutch East India Company on their arduous and lengthy journey to their outposts in Java and Batavia. The sea and the harbor lie at the heart of Cape Town's history. In June 1858, serious winter storms, which were a common occurrence, wrecked over 30 vessels. As a consequence, Lloyd's of London refused to cover ships spending the winter in Table Bay. On a sunny day in September 17, 1860, midshipman H.R.H. Prince Alfred, Queen Victoria's second son, tipped the first load of stone to start construction of the breakwater for Cape Town's first harbor to make it a safe haven all year round for passing ships. Harbor expansion and reclamation. The discovery of gold and diamonds in South Africa meant that the first section of harbor, the Alfred Basin, was not large enough to accommodate the increased number of ships, and the Victoria Basin was built. The construction of these two harbor basins took place between 1860 and 1920, and this area of the harbor still has an array of outstanding heritage buildings from this era. In 1938, work was started to reclaim land between the city center and the harbor, most notably the new Duncan Dock. The foreshore 230 hectares made city expansion possible. In the early 20th century, South Africa depended mainly on imports for many basic articles in daily use, which explains the importance of the harbor to the people who live here. The V&A Waterfront today. In November 1988, Victoria and Alfred Waterfront Thai Limited V&AW was established as a wholly owned subsidiary by Transnet Limited. Its aim was to redevelop the historic docklands around the Victoria and Alfred basins as a mixed-use area with a focus on retail, tourism and residential development with a working harbor at its center.
balcony, and you find things on the balcony.
Waterfront.
It's one and only hotel, man.
One and only
The one and only.
hotel. The one and only. Yes.